Alright, what's up, guys? Ben with Positive Vlogs coming at you. So, I was requested to do a video about the hate crime in Chicago, where the white Down syndrome kid was beaten. And, yeah. Anyways, so, my opinion about it, and about Chicago police and everything. So Chicago police said it was not a hate crime. They believed there were other motives. Well, these 4 African American males and females were part of the BLM. That's one thing we need to count on. They're part of the BLM, right? So, okay, there's been a lot of shit from them here lately. And, yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to put it as nice as I possibly can. No, I'm not racist. So don't think that. I know I'll probably get a lot of shit from viewers on this, but I don't give a fuck. This is pretty much going to be a news bulletin because I'm going to have 2 different things, 2 different subjects I'm going to talk about. One's going to be the Chicago kidnapping. The next is going to be the Florida shooting down there at, where was it at? Fort Lauderdale, Florida shooting at the airport. I'm going to discuss that as well. I just want to recommend everyone to go follow the Alex Jones channel, Infowars. Go to Infowars.com, check him out. I would watch him over any news station out there. Watch the news for the weather, okay. But don't watch the news for actual news because they're one way, they're liberal. They don't care. You know, we have a constitution for a reason to protect them so they can tell the truth, but yet it seems like the government pays them not to tell the truth, and they buy into that shit. But Infowars.com, the Alex Jones channel, go check him out. He actually tells the truth. Yeah, I don't agree with everything that is put on his channel, but, you know, that's why we all have our own opinion. Like, this video is going to be based on my opinion, so I'm going to start it now. What I think. I think that if it was a grown man that didn't have Down syndrome, they wouldn't have kidnapped him so easily. And I think they act as a terrorist group, just like a terrorist group, because they think like a terrorist group. Any terrorist organization is going to pick the weakest target they can to attack, and that's what they did. They picked a weak target and attacked. You know, most Down syndrome people, you can tell they have Down syndrome. Not always, but there are some things that stick out that you can tell there's something wrong with them. I'm just going to say that why are black people and white people buying into this racist bigotry that Obama has created in the last 8 years? Like, I have grown up in the last 8 years. I haven't been completely open-minded. I just became open-minded a few years back, actually, and realized that my government is so fucking corrupt. And I use that term in the politest way. But here's what I have to say. I think they should be sentenced to the maximum conviction and rot in prison. They're useless to society if they believe in all of this racist crap. And if you start picking out white people on the street and start beating them down and doing your gangbang bullshit that you normally do to your black neighborhood, us white people aren't going to stand for it, okay? Like, in my community, if you was to try that with a white guy, he'd probably pull a gun and shoot you. Just saying. But then again, my community is pro-Second Amendment. Everybody packs a fucking gun. I know if you tried it with me, I'm gonna cut you or shoot you one. I ain't gonna let you kidnap me, because at that point my life would be in danger and I would have the right to shoot you. If my life is threatened, I have the right to shoot you. Okay? Now, the second topic I want to discuss is the Florida shooting, and I just want to say that I send my condolences. I'm sorry to the families and everybody who was involved in the shooting. It's tragic. You know, the guy had a military ID, so what? That don't mean that he was a freaking American by heart or by religion, and apparently he wasn't, because one of the guys that works for the one of the guys that works as a reporter found out information that the news won't even tell you. That's why I like them, because they will tell you the truth. When they find out information, they tell you. The Alex Jones channel, I'm subscribed to it on YouTube. That's what I'm showing you right here. Follow the Alex Jones channel. Infowars.com. I don't know if you can see that. Infowars.com. Yeah. The shooting, the news kind of makes it seem like he snuck the gun on, but really, and they're saying that you have to be military or whatever to pack a gun on a plane. No, you do not. Okay? I can have a gun on a plane, but you can't have it up on the part of the plane, the cabin. It has to be in the lower baggage compartment where you put your baggage. It has to be below the plane, and it has to be locked in a box, and TSA has so many different rules. You're allowed to have a gun on a plane. It just can't be to where you can get to it. It has to be down in the luggage compartment. So you can take a gun in an airport as long as you put it in the box, lock it away, and there's just different rules. So the guy could have, anybody can have a gun. Like, you could be flying tomorrow, and on that flight in the luggage compartment, somebody could have a gun checked on. That's not illegal. That's okay. That's your Second Amendment right. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't believe everything the news tells you, the media tells you, because they're one way. They're liberal. They're liberal media. I just want y'all to check out the Alex Jones channel. Subscribe to me if you're not. And yeah, that's just my opinion on both. And I'm sorry to the people that was affected with the shooting. It's tragic. Joe Biggs was the reporter I was talking about, and he found out that the shooter was praising Allah, and he was praising ISIS, and he was a radical extremist that was in our military. Okay, that's scary to think about, but you have to think of this. There's more than one in our military that's a radical extremist. They're just there working, I guess you would say, undercover, or most of them convert over once they get out, or whatever. But just because the man had a military ID don't make him bad, and it don't mean he has PTSD either. I guess I can't remember where, but I saw something where the news was trying to claim it was PTSD set him off. That's why he started shooting people. He was using his military training, blah, 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 blah. But no, not everyone has PTSD that was in the military. I know quite a few people that was in the military that never saw combat, you know. Just because you're in the military don't mean you saw combat. You have to figure out what this guy, you have to get his medical reports and everything before you'll know if he was diagnosed with PTSD, and you can't get that. That's classified information. But, yeah, just subscribe to the Alex Jones channel and follow me, guys. I'm out. Thanks for watching.